What is going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you guys have seen the last video, you guys know that we painted the rear bumper for the wagon. It looks good for a late night rattle can job, and today we're going to be working on the front. Let me give you guys one more look with the rear bumper on the car. Now, mind you guys, the car itself is still pretty dirty, but it looks good. You can't really tell because the black molding kind of separates the two brown, but it looks freaking good. Can't wait to get the front done, and I'm gonna pull that off right now so we can start prepping it. Now, when I put this bumper back on, I put it on super loose because it's gonna come back off one more time after paint, because I am still waiting for all the power steering stuff. So it is just 2 bolts and this thing will come right off. Now, I know a lot of you guys are probably asking, why am I wearing a beanie on top of my hoodie? The hoodie is freaking like small on the inside, so if I wore a beanie on the inside and put the hoodie over, it makes it really tight right here. The beanie is already stretched, right? So I figured, you know, I'll put the hoodie on and the beanie over. It serves the same freaking purpose. It just looks a little goofy. I uploaded the video of me spraying the rear bumper of the wagon, and I'm looking at all the comments right now, right? And a lot of people are saying like, oh, the KRX is gonna have a lot of overspray. Maybe so, maybe just a little bit, but not really. So I knew the car was really close to where I was spraying, and I pushed it off the driveway like a little further back. And then I pretty much damped the whole car. I shot it with the water hose. You can see right here all of the wet spots, right? And the hood is freaking wrapped. Not really caring for overspray on the hood because, you know what I'm saying, most of the carbon is covered up anyways. And a lot of you guys may not know this. I did cover it in a video a long time ago. I am going to sand this whole freaking car down, and I'm going to re-clear it. I've already done it on the gas cap. You can tell it's much more shinier than the rest of the car. So I'm not worried about overspray because I can just sand it all off and then just clear coat over it to get this silver much more shinier. 2 reasons why I'm doing it. 1, it's already kind of peeling on the roof and the pillar, so I want to sand it nice and flat and then just put clear over it. And 2, this car was repainted before, so I don't want to have to go through the whole bodywork process to you know, sand this whole thing down again. It's not my priority, but I do kind of want it to look a little bit shinier. So in the future, I am going to sand this whole thing down if there's overspray or not, and I'm going to re-clear it. So with this bumper, I want to keep it the RT style. And what I mean by RT style is that the RT style bumper is painted, but it has the bottom half of it still black, the original plastic finish, kind of like the CRX, how it's half black and then half painted. And good thing is that my brother's car is an RT, so I have his bumper as a reference. So I can pretty much just go to his bumper, take measurements of how much of the bottom half of the bumper is black, and then pretty much tape it off the same way. And then we'll just paint the top half brown. So I'm gonna go ahead and just dive right into it. Once it gets dark, it's gonna get cold, and I still have a lot of sanding to do. So the only difference I'm gonna do with the front bumper opposed to the rear bumper is, because this is raw plastic, I am going to use adhesive promoter for plastic to adhere paint on top of it, and then we'll do a primer, base coat, clear coat. Because this bumper is raw like plastic, no paint on it, I'm not going to use a sandpaper. In this case, I'm going to use a red Scotch Brite and just pretty much scuff this whole bumper up before the adhesive promoter. Usually I use this with like a paste for ABS or plastic bumpers, but I don't have that paste and I don't remember what it is called. So I'm pretty much just gonna sand this whole freaking bumper right here, get it all nice and scuffed up, and then we'll get into the paint process. So before I start masking the bumper up, I am pretty much refreshing the black on the bumper like I did the rear bumper. You can kind of see it right there where it's nice and fresh. I'm gonna do the whole top, and then I'm gonna do the bottom before I tape it up. I just found out that that line is here on the bumper, so I can literally just follow this line with tape to tape it off on both ends before we do the paint work. So that's freaking awesome. I don't have to go measure it off my brother's car. So I'm gonna go ahead and freshen up the black. It is a timely process, so let's get to it. Man, this thing took it took some time, but we got all of the spots that are staying black refreshed. Check it out. I don't know if you can see it, but right there, the bottom half where we're going to be keeping it black, you can see it's a different shade than right here where we're going to be painting. Obviously, you can see the difference as well from the molding to the painted section. And that is pretty much it. So right now, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to let this dry a little bit. I just finished that side, so it's a little warm still. And then I'm going to start masking everything up. So it's been about an hour now since that last tape I laid down. I came to the Red CRX to get the other masking tape that was in my backseat, and I was like, you know what? I want to turn this car on, get it psycho in for the week, and I've just been here for an hour now. Can't get this thing to turn freaking on. E85 problems for one, because it sat for some time, and the battery's dead from sitting over time. Got the Civic Wagon right here. Charging up the battery with a battery pack, letting that charge up a little bit. I swapped the batteries so that way that one can charge up. This one has a little bit of juice because this car also sits as well too. So I want to get this car to turn on, let it warm up. Tomorrow is Thanksgiving. By the time you guys see this video, it's already like yesterday, and you know how it goes. Thanksgiving is around the corner. That means Thanksgiving runs. It's gonna happen. If that car doesn't, you know, give me any issues tonight, and I can get the battery charged up, maybe I'll take it out tomorrow. Yo, this massive fire just came out of nowhere. Look at the neighborhood. Look at my block. Right there. Huge. It is spreading super fast. Oh, damn. Something is exploding in there. Just got off the phone with the fire department. They're on their way. It's crazy. It's been going on for like 5 minutes plus, and fire department is literally down the street, and I haven't even heard them come over here yet. It's still growing. You can see the freaking orange in the sky and spreading across the creek. That's just one thing with living in front of a creek. A lot of plants, a lot of trees, old trees, dead trees. Once the fire starts with all these bums, it just spreads. Thanksgiving first and foremost, and it is the same video as the video you're going to be seeing next, which is the Thanksgiving day runs. So don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you guys want to see some daytime runs, which should be the next video. So last night we got the bumper painted cappuccino brown. We peeled off like half of the masking, and then I took the last one off just now, this guy right here, and I kind of took some paint off with it. Not really a big deal though. I didn't say whatever you guys thought I just said. I peeled off the paint right there. It came off with the tape, and a little bit right here. To me, it's not really a big... Whoa, 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 buddy, calm down. To me, it's really not a big deal. Granted, I painted this in the middle of the night, super cold. Paint probably didn't cure correctly, and at the end of the day, we got it to be paint matched to the color of the car. Now, I did come home a little earlier, and I looked at the back bumper, and kind of liking it. These little white stuff right here, this came off of the tape. The tape was sitting in my car for a couple of months, and you know how it goes when you leave tape to sit out in the sun for a little while. The sticky stuff starts to be all, you know, sticky like that, and it kind of stuck onto the bumper. I can, you know, scratch it off if I wanted to, but again, not a big deal. For a Rattle Cam paint job, I'm not even mad. It looks freaking awesome. It looks freaking awesome. And I'm also glad that I even redid the black, because it makes it look so much more fresher. Now, the only thing that doesn't look fresh on the car itself is the current moldings and side skirt that is currently on the car. You can tell the difference between that old fade and that refresh. So right now I'm probably gonna hang the bumper back onto the car. Not gonna fully secure it, because again, all that's gonna come back off anyways because of the power steering stuff that I still want to install onto the car. So I just want to put it on, pull it out, see how it looks in the sun, and then I think that's just gonna wrap it up. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. I'm gonna keep the wagon bumper lenses. It looks freaking awesome. I've always wanted to get the clear set for this car, but I don't like the aftermarket stuff, and you know, I don't think there was an OEM one for the CRX. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try the wagon one on here, and it freaking fits. So the one that was on the car before are these amber ones, and these are aftermarket. They're eBay, and you can tell it's not the OEM style. It's not Stanley. So I think I'm gonna keep the wagon one for the CRX, because I like the whole clear look. If you guys haven't already noticed my wagon, I mean, I'm not gonna expect you guys to notice this because this car don't really show too much on the channel, but I like all the lens in the front to be clear. Now, back in my JDM fanboy days, everything was amber. So I'm like, I think I'm gonna keep the wagon one. I'm gonna change out the other one right now, right here for the passenger side, and we're gonna slap the amber one on the wagon. I'm gonna remove this freaking wood screw, which is not supposed to be here. And every time I go to the junkyard, I'm always trying to salvage these bumper lamp screws right here. These are the correct ones. It makes the car look like it's an 88, 89, but it's not. All right, guys, I'll give you a better look at the front bumper. Now, if you really stare at it, you can tell it is darker. You're not all paint matching the can matches 100%, but it is at least cappuccino brown. And I'm actually liking the way this is looking opposed to the black bumpers. The back looks freaking awesome as well. Hell yeah. So I just went ahead and secured the front bumper completely, and if I need to take it apart, it's not that much screws, and once we put this bumper back on the final and last time, we'll fully secure it underneath and all of that. But we got the lamps, the bulbs, the sides, and the bumper support all secured. It's weird, from right here the bumper looks just like the freaking hood. Dirty, new, new, old, older. Huh. Now, I know a lot of you guys have been asking me about wanting to sell the Yakima roof rack. Funny thing, back in my JDM days, I always wanted a bike rack just for the looks, but never really rode bikes back in my days, and it was one of those phases that I went through. The rack is going to stay with the car, guys. I never got the keys with it to remove it because my brother wanted this as well, and granted, you know, this thing's looking freaking stock, you know, stock height and looking like a daily commuter. I'm gonna leave the rack on it. You know, somebody, whoever buys this car for me, maybe have a use for it or something, but it's not gonna be coming off the car. I'm not gonna try to get it off of the car. I'm just gonna let it be, and it's just gonna be right here with this car unless somebody cuts it off. Give you guys one more look on the bumper before we wrap this video up. On camera, it does not look bad at all. So that's going to be it for this video, guys. I hope you get to enjoy your Thanksgiving with your family despite all of the stuff that's been going on in this world. Happy Thanksgiving to you guys. We definitely had a great day. If you guys want to stick around for a Thanksgiving run, be sure to hit the subscribe button. And if you guys enjoyed the bumper updates on the wagon, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. Also, we're set to tune this car next week, so hope you guys stick around to see that. So with that being said, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.